Masters division, and we see a timeout called on the field. We've had some connection difficulties here and there, but we are underway, as you can see, of course. Semi-final action, Bright Future against Masterclass. I'm Dmitry Doroshenko, will be calling on the rest of this game. We've got approximately half an hour of the regulation time left. And the score is currently 6-5 to Bright Future. Masterclass actually started on offense, and they were leading the whole way. Bright Future managed to get a break to get the advantage on their side. And then Bright Future broke again in the previous point to get the outright lead of this particular game. And now it looks like Masterclass managed to get a turnover, if I am correct, and deciding to call a timeout, of course. So far, standout players of this particular game, Masterclass Lulu Boyd, 2 assists and 1 goal for a total of 3 points, and Claire Pugh, of course, with 2 goals, with a total of 2 points. And Bright Future roster and scoreboard is looking a little bit more balanced. 4 people with 2 points so far. Kubikova with 2 goals. Salusova with 2 goals as well. Barborikova with 1 assist and 1 goal. And Valterova with 2 assists so far. So, yeah, lots of stats, lots of information. Of course, on these teams, many players are very well known for anyone who are following Ultimate for a while, and I'll try to give you a bit more of an information as this game progresses. And we see the celebration, of course, another point, and that's another break for Bright Future. So the Czech ladies are deciding to push on ahead, and Salusova for Valterova for that score, 7-5. 1 point away from the halftime, unless, of course, we already had a halftime based on the time. And just to clarify, the Czech Republic ladies are in white on your right side of the screen, well, in the middle of the screen, basically. And Irish Masterclass are in their dark outfit. These 2 teams actually have already met in this particular tournament, where Masterclass actually managed to take the game in the Universe Point affair. So it was 12-11 final score for these 2 teams. And we see Masterclass managing to get another defense. I'm sorry, Bright Future, of course, are managing to get another defense, and starting to get their offense and get another break. That would be quite a statement in the first half of this game to get 4 points in a row, no, 3 points in a row, to close off the first half, and that's exactly what happened. So first half belongs to the Czech ladies. The score is now 8-5, and they are taking the first half, and that quite a commanding lead, I must say, for themselves. And that point was scored by Bielinova from and assisted by Barborikova to close off the first half. We're gonna take a very quick break. As you see, players are talking about their strategy. They're getting ready for the next half, and we will be back with you in just a few moments. As we are getting ready for the second half of this game, we see the disc going towards Masterclass, who are an all-Irish team with a few pickups, actually. I see some pickups from, and I see some players from Germany, Russia, UK, USA, Canada. So lots of international players over there, while Bright Future are a little bit more home affair. They have only a couple of players from Slovakia, and yes, they are. Many of their players are former Yellow Fever, who are now joined with 43SB. Quite a lot of players from Prague Devils, and yeah, they've been. Of course, they all are very well known in the Czech scene, and as we see, getting once again very close to the end zone, and this time it wouldn't be a break. Of course, they are probably a little bit more enjoyable to score, but it would be a hold if they would manage to score it. But yeah, that particular pass was pretty tough to get, but they are very good for it, and now getting close to the end zone. Tenslova with the disc. Swing, another swing. Just now with Lesakova. Looking for something in the end zone, shooting into the end zone, probably a Hail Mary with a high stall count, and unfortunately knocked away and taken by the defense. Wasn't as precise as she wanted, and a couple of defenders managed to get under that disc. Maybe, yeah, a bit of a long flight time, probably. And Masterclass gonna try to get back in this game after not scoring for the last 4 points. And that was given to the defense right away. And bright future, and the Czech ladies are very, very close, and that gave them very short field, of course, to work with. Let's see if that's gonna work out. And oh, an unfortunate drop for number 41, Lesakova. That will give an opportunity once again to Masterclass to get back into this game. Rona Gordon, Scottish player, of course, hometown of Glasgow. Nice to see her in this division and playing on the European scene. Masterclass, of course, a team with lots of history. They came, they were the best women's team in the WUCC, World Ultimate Club Championships in Cincinnati, where, yeah, they were the best European team. They came 7th in the tournament, so they have quite a lot of history and quite a lot of good pedigree, of course. And that is a break. It's a break. Despite the fact that they haven't scored the previous point because of the switch of possession after the halftime, that is actually counts as a break for Masterclass. So we are now 8-6. Rona Gordon, the Scottish player, is assisting to Ify Blake for that score. And Rona Gordon actually traveled all the way from Glasgow to play for that Masterclass side, and for a good reason. They are finding themselves in a semi-final right now. Of course, there are only 4 teams, so everybody basically getting semi-final action. But I think Masterclass were the second in their pool, so doing pretty well in the division, where LMU virtually won every game so far. They are playing, of course, the 4th seed in the pool. They are playing Golden Jinx, and most likely they will be the ones going through. So yeah, we're gonna keep it on the Isles. And after that, a bit of a stumble on the Bright Future side, they've managed to collect themselves and score a very clean hold to bring us to 9-6. Barborikova to Mihalova for that score. Barborikova normally is a cutter, but I see that she has already assisted 3 points actually, so 3 assists for her. Well done for a cutter, but so probably all the continuation cuts and lots of support from her teammates. Quite a lot of players on that Bright Future squad have played the EUF in 2019 and doing pretty well there. Yeah, lots of experience, of course. As we are talking about the Masters division, lots of experience on both sides, on the Masterclass side and on the Bright Future side. And always interesting to see who keeps training, who is taking it seriously, who is coaching a little bit more, who is still running, who's still playing. And Valterova, for example, on Bright Future squad, she's still playing for East Block, so the highest of the levels and qualifying for EUCF this year. So she is probably very experienced player, and the fact that she can keep up physically on that particular level, on the senior level, plus the experience that you have from playing for 10 plus years, of course, speaks for itself. Masterclass, though, marching all the way to the end zone, a little bit of trying to throw it on the sideline quite a lot, but that unfortunately is a drop in the end zone, so the last throw did not work out. And we have Bright Future going the other way right now, and there is a cut. There was a cut, but the throw is not taken. That was maybe, yeah, a little bit of an adventurous one. Looks like there is a pick. Yeah, we see a lot of people jumbled up in one place, and that is a good indicator for a pick to be called. So that's, yeah, probably people are running through quite a lot and don't want to initiate too much contact. And that long shot, is that going to be good? Oh, this is perfect. This is picture perfect for that receiver there. I will, of course, let you know who that was. It was not very clear. It was quite difficult to see the number from the get-go, but of course, our ground crew and scorekeepers are helping us to keep the live score updated. We always know what's going on. So that was Janska with the score, from Valterova with the throw. And thanks to game official Oliver Stefanovic, we are all well updated, of course. We are losing a bit of a signal at the moment, but we will make a few adjustments and we will be right back with you. Apologies for the technical issues. And welcome back to the live action of the EMUCC European Ultimate Masters Club Championships. We're after a few technical adjustments. You probably can see the field a little bit better. Apologies for the earlier quality. And we see Bright Future once again looking for another break in this game. They just can't be stopped. However, Masterclass are saying no, and run through block, yep, stops that particular flow. Now going the other way, and that particular shot was taken away by the defense. Pew tried to push it to, I think that was the Canadian Melancon Fournier, but that particular throw was taken away. Bright Future going the other way with no hesitation. And now getting in the red zone and pushing it through with a great floating disc. That looked perfect for them, from them, and for them, of course. So great work for Bright Future. We see the cheers of Masterclass. Of course, it is difficult to swallow that pill, especially if you are 11-6 down. And Bright Future now have a chance to double up on their opponents, and of course at the late stages of the game, when we talk about the 6 points deficit, that could be quite difficult. And Barborikova, once again, another assist, this time to Maria Matzo from Slovakia, the Slovak player on that almost fully Czech Republic squad. And just judging by the time, I think we've got approximately 12 minutes left, so still plenty of time to get to 15 points. And if you are curious about the other semi-final, which is being played right now on the other side, on the other field, on the other live stream. If you want to watch it, feel free to do so. We've got Golden Jinx, as I've mentioned, playing LMU at the moment. And so far, LMU are keeping their unbeaten title, and it is 13-7 to LMU at the moment. So this game is definitely more exciting, only 5 points difference, and the other one has 6 point difference. So can tell you that this game is definitely more interesting and a little bit closer, considering that Masterclass are managing to break their opponent a few times. And in a game of LMU Golden Jinx, it was... Oh, there is a break actually from Golden Jinx, so they did manage to break their opponents in the second half. Go watch that after this game. Always exciting and always great to watch more Ultimate, especially if you have a tournament pack. So access to all of the games, of course, and all the commentary, and the games without the commentary and all of that. So yes, feel free to do that. See another international player living in Dublin, and a researcher in the Trinity College Dublin, Yekaterina Koroteva, on your screens on the sideline. And back to the ultimate action, of course. Very nice movement from Masterclass, going around lots of times now. A nice gainer close to the half of the field. Doyle launching it deep, and only to get snagged by the defense. And looks like Hosp is unsure of what has happened there, but probably questioning the call might be a foul. And I'm not sure if there is a discussion on the previous play when Doyle threw it deep, and yeah, it looks like Masterclass player there is claiming to be fouled by her defender coming from the back, so maybe a little bit too much contact for her. But we also see Courtney Hosp on the Masterclass side being quite close to the conversation. She is, of course, the spirit captain of the Masterclass side. And we also hear the whistles, so probably indicating us that the time for the discussion is over. Normally you get 30 to 45 seconds to discuss it. If you can't really come to a resolution, it is usually recommended to send the disc back. And looks like a violation is being called as everybody's starting to move before they should. Hopefully we can figure it out, and looks like we will, and it's going to be a turnover, as it was, of course, continuation of play. It looks like Masterclass will be able to pick the disc up and try to still get this hold. Not a clean hold nonetheless, of course. I'm sure they will take it regardless of the quality of that hold, as long as it works for them. Claire Pugh to Cleona Doyle there for an 11-7 score, 7-11. Don't tell Stefan Rapato what is the score line at the moment. Stefan, of course, in Australia right now, enjoying a different tournament. Of course, you can find it on other social medias. But we are enjoying the Masters action on your screen. And as excited as the players, of course, traveling to Vienna. Looks like the weather is beautiful once again. It was a bit windy yesterday. It was definitely hot. But quite a nice weather this morning. Quite nice weather at the moment. Yes, 23 degrees. And what quick Google search told me is that there is an excessive heat warning today, and it's going to be plus 33 degrees in the afternoon. So hopefully it won't affect players too much, but maybe we'll get put a bit of a jeopardy into it. And we see that the Czech ladies are unaffected by the weather at the moment. That long shot went right in the end zone and was beautifully taken by Mato. Once again, the Slovakian is scoring another point, and that was Mihalova with that throw. More than a half field throw, so great throwing prowess there for the Czech ladies. And yeah, we are expecting very, very hot weather later in the day. For the moment, I'm sure the ladies are enjoying the 23 degrees Celsius temperature, which is about 73 degrees Fahrenheit, if you're curious, if you are connecting to us from across the pond. And yeah, no wind, barely any wind, just 6 kilometers an hour. It was a bit windy yesterday, but yeah, so far so good. Quite good conditions for Ultimate in these first games for the semi-final action. The other semi-final is almost over. It's 14-7 at the moment, and we've got only 4 minutes left on the clock. Let's see, Masterclass going the other way. Melanchon Fournier with the disc. Another Glasgow resident at the moment. I think she's been living there for quite a while. I remember as I lived in Edinburgh, we've matched up and seen each other at the tournament. And that long shot for Masterclass. Yeah, looks like the captain there is apologizing for the throw, Little Boyd, as it did not turn out the way she wanted, and that will be picked up by Bright Future. Once again, they will have another opportunity for a score. and to keep that advantage to them. Oh, that was very close. Of course, from Doyle, who almost had a piece of that disc, but in the end, after next couple throws, the other one was imprecise and did not really work out. So Masterclass will go the other way. We'll try to get a hold. Good movement so far. Going along that far sideline. But I would maybe recommend them to open up the field a little bit more as they're trying to jam it in the jam hole, as we say, and it still works through the middle. That throw to the middle worked out for them in the end, but that looked, yeah, it looks like Bright Future are a little bit more comfortable with the long throws, while Masterclass are working a bit more with shorter passes, of course, but still good score for Masterclass. Effie Blake to Claire Pugh for a 12-8 score. Of course, it will work out pretty well for the Bright Future if they will continue to trade. And yeah, as I've been saying in the previous game, sometimes it's very difficult to win against the same team the second time. However, well, LMU comfortably winning Golden Jinx the second time in a row. They've played them in the pool play. Everybody played everybody in the pool play, basically. And LMU comfortably winning every game so far in the pool play and also in that semi-final against Golden Jinx. So that game is over. The only other semi-final going on right now is the one you are watching here. It is Bright Future to Masterclass, where Bright Future having quite a commanding lead of 4 points over Masterclass, and with approximately few seconds probably left on the official game time. It's going to be, we're probably gonna know what will be the score cap pretty soon. Of course, we can usually hear the ground crew announcing time is over, and we will listen for that, and we will bring you that news as soon as we can. Looks like a bit of a timeout on the field for the players before this closing stages of this game. And looks like timeout is over. 30 seconds for offense, announced by the ground crew. Always helpful, of course, to hear these announcements and the whistles. Offense seems to be ready, and the Czech ladies from Bright Future, Czech and Slovak ladies from Bright Future are receiving that disc and starting their movement. Looks like a bit of a poachy zony look from Masterclass. However, that doesn't really stop the Czech ladies of just swinging the disc back and forth without any problems, and that's a big gainer, of course, for Mihalova. And now, nice and quick, nice and easy push pass into the end zone over there from Barborikova, who is Yeah, who is doing quite a good job for that Bright Future squad. To Maria Mato, once again, the Slovak player is picking up another point. It looks like these two are the stat leaders at the moment. And yeah, Barborikova has a total of 6 points, 5 assists and 1 goals, and Matzo has 1 assist and 3 goals in this game. And also Valterova, 4 points for her, 3 assists and 1 goal. Interesting stats. Sometimes you can clearly see if any particular team has standout leaders, and that seems to be the case for the Czech Republic. It's a bit more clearer in the end of the game. Maybe some are feeling it a little bit more in the closing stages, and we are hoping that Masterclass will be able to get another point and maybe a couple breaks just to make it a little bit more exciting. So far, good movement as well, but looks like it looks a little bit poachy from the Bright Future side. But Masterclass are finding holes in it and throwing around, and another around throw into the end zone on that far side brings us to another point. So Boyd to Pugh once again. Yeah, the captain to her player. And as you've probably heard from the ground crew, game to 14. So the time was over during the previous point, and we are going to play, yes, a game to 14. So just 1 point for Bright Future, and Masterclass would need to score quite a few breaks if they want to bring it to the universe and take that win and a ticket to the finals of the Masters, Women Masters division in the European Masters Ultimate Club Championships. Let's see if the Bright Future ladies will decide to just punch it in, or if they are thinking, of course they don't want to make it a little bit more exciting, but who knows? Anything can happen. We've seen crazier things. And I'm sure that Masterclass ladies did not expect that relentless break run that the Bright Future has had in the first half. As the previous game finished in the universe point. Who knows? Maybe this game will finish on the universe point, but with a 5-point advantage. Who knows? It is quite a deep hole to get yourself out of. And so far, Masterclass, good movement. They have a chance of starting that break train. Once again, the nice fake by Boyd. Fake, another fake. Now moving the disc to this side. Effie Blake. Once again with the disc, and that's too high for her. I think she actually thought that it wasn't for her, so she decided not to go for it. And that went into the ground, so Effie Blake making a mistake and giving the disc once again to the ladies of the Czech Republic. And Bright Future. Looks like a bit of a pick over there. Slap of the hands, good spirit. Always good to see the camaraderie between the players. I'm sure that they all know each other, probably played against each other, or maybe with each other in the club levels and on some occasions. Metkova there with her signature three-finger forehand. Normally we do have two fingers inside of the disc, but she prefers to throw with three. And this time, Bright Future scoring their last point for this particular semi-finals, hence booking a ticket into the finals where they will meet LMU once again. LMU and Bright Future, of course, have met before. And that game was pretty close. It was 13-11, but this game was also quite exciting. But looks like Bright Future today found another gear and managed to switch the result from the day before, where Masterclass managed to win in the Universe Point. This time, the difference in scores was a lot more significant. It is 14-9, the last point scored by Chakrtova from and assisted by Tomanova. Congratulations to the Bright Future. Masterclass will meet Golden Jinx to play for the third and fourth place. And I'm sure that LMU ladies could be a little bit worried looking at how relentless did Bright Future play in that first half when they went on a 3-break run. And then another 2 breaks in the second half. I guess that kind of sealed the deal for them. Exciting game. Apologies once again for the technical issues and for tuning in a little bit later. We were solving some problems with the connection, but of course it is all solved. We will bring you on this stream the third bronze medal matches. There will be we are going to have Grandmasters Open bronze medal match here with Sun and Oida next. After that, we will have Master Women third place match, which is going to be Masterclass against Golden Jinx. Then we're going to have Master Open bronze medal match of Old CS against Hardfish, and Master Mixed AUC Gold to close out the day. On the parallel stream on Fields 1, we are going to have Zimmer against Silence 4.0 in Grandmaster Open. Then we will have Master Women Finals. After that, Isno Master against Magic Toast for Masters Open. I will be back for this game and hear you there. And last game of the day is going to be Ultimate against AUTB Fire for the Masters Mixed Final on the parallel stream. I've been Dmitry Doroshenko, glad to hear you. As you see, we are adjusting the cameras for your pleasure and so that you would be able to watch the games a bit more comfortably from the comfort of your living rooms. Thank you for listening. I'll be back for the Open Finals and take care, everyone.